So my last video about Bandai hates Akainu got me really thinking, because like Akainu isn't the only extreme unit they try to do that too, and what by that I mean nerf him really bad by dropping a lot of counters. The very first that they tried to do it to was the king of the pirates himself, Roger. And if you guys know, if you guys were playing then, which I know a lot of you probably were, Roger was what am I talking about? Roger is still an absolute menace. He came out, nobody knew what to do. He was destroying the league at 4-star. Players were using him at 4-star, and we're seeing a kind of a repetition of that with EX Luffy, with people using him at 4 stars and still one-shotting 6-star units. So yeah, but anyways, Roger was a whole different issue. Like only EX Luffy now, we have characters that can take him out even before he dropped. We have Dofi. That's pretty much like all I can think of that dropped before Luffy. But now we have Jozu. We have, god damn, yo, yo, I can't think of any. Am I blanking out? Jozu, Frankie. Fernosuke can one-shot him, maybe, but like, yo, my mind is blanking. Or is that really just, is there really, okay, I'll just make a whole different video on this. But anyways, Roger had like no counters on release, bro. People tried Blackbeard, he didn't do shit. People tried Shanks, he didn't do anything. Like, there was nobody. Zoro was like, for like a good few months, people were like, oh, yo, Zoro is a savior. But no, he really wasn't. But anyways, either Bandai knew that they messed up really badly, or they were just planning it from the start anyway. But the very next month they dropped Garp, who was the actual savior for a bit. If you guys know already, Garp is in my video of one of the units that's fallen off the most, because yeah, that's pretty much all he could do. All he could do was counter Roger. There was nothing else Garp could provide. Kind of green captains, I guess, but that's really it. So it was natural for him to fall off. But anyways, very next month after Roger dropped, they knew they messed up. So they dropped Garp, and Garp did some stuff. Really didn't stop Rogers from being used. He was not good enough to fully, oppress Rogers like that. But yeah, Garp was a nice counter. And then after Garp, we got another, this dude, God Usopp, man, you have to have been playing green units back then to understand just how much of an annoying, oh my goodness, man. Like, he's annoying to every unit, but like, especially green units. Like, it was actually crazy. But yeah, Bandai dropped God Usopp right after Garp. And you can see that they knew they made a mistake. They knew they made a mistake with Roger and Odin too, but that's another topic. But yeah, Usopp was definitely very effective in stopping Rogers, not from being played, but from being so effective in League that it was just impossible to use. But of course, it's Roger, man. Like, but yeah, still, even after Usopp dropped, blues were still pretty much unusable. They didn't even try dropping blues for a while. They dropped General Frankie, and nobody even touched him. Nobody touched him except Soul. Soul was advocating for him, calling him one of the best defenders. But other than that, nobody really used him because, blue in a Roger meta. But anyway, so God Usopp dropped a really good counter to Roger, but still, it didn't really stop him from being used. Then another month, and they drop another unit that stops Roger. And he's Lobby Robin. Now Robin, obviously the most boring unit in the game, but that's because she's so damn tanky. Like, I remember back when she dropped, players could literally go over to the enemy's base flag and just sit there the whole game and not die. And back then there was like no point even fighting her for the base flag back, because she wasn't dying. She was not gonna die. And yeah, it was the same thing with Roger. Roger couldn't really do much to her. So yeah, they dropped another unit that could really tank Roger well. Not so much kill, but like, Robin's unkillable to Roger. And yeah, so after that, they didn't drop just one, but 2 Roger counters. And that's Oni Law and Onigashima Kid. You can see the trend here. Reds. they dropped a red pretty much every month last year until after Akainu dropped, I believe. And that's when they dropped. Oh, wait, yeah. Rayleigh was the only banner without. Rayleigh and Soul King and Nami were the only banners without a red. But yeah, Onigashima Law and Onigashima Kid destroyed Roger, especially Kid in my opinion. Because not only could Roger not hurt Kid a lot, but Kid could also kill Roger very well. So yeah, but Oni Law, of course, anti-heal, like it's an insane trait. Like any unit that has that will probably always be good. Like Luffy is still good to this day. He's still a solid pick because he has an anti-heal, and that makes him so useful. Even back in Roger meta, Luffy is literally usable because he could just anti-heal, get rid of Roger's heals, and let the teammates kill Roger off because he couldn't heal. But yeah, Onigashima Law and Onigashima Kid, just, oh my god, it was disgusting what they did to Roger. But then we had Oni Luffy as well, who again, he's not red, but he could take away Roger's attack buffs. So like they're trying their best at this point. Bandai is just trying their best to undo the damage without actually nerfing Roger. And yeah, I mean, they tried. You got to give it to them. They tried. They definitely tried, but it was not enough at all. It was not enough. The next month we got Pell and Vivi. Not particularly, like Pell could one-shot Roger in the right scenario, but again, not really a particular counter. Of course, Pell was a bit too squishy to be a counter for Law. I mean for Roger. But then we got the big boy, the counter to beat all counters. We got Akainu, and oh my goodness, was this dude a change for the meta. Like, it went from Roger being the only unit that's like pretty much unbeatable to being the unit that gets bitched on the most. Like, Akainu dropped and everybody was like, nah, it's over for this man, because Incinerate, Incinerate is just broken in general, and it really doesn't help that Akainu had invincibility for 3 hits, because Kamusari is not doing anything to this man. So yeah, they dropped Akainu, and yeah, it was over for Roger. Well, not over because he's still kicking in the meta right now, but his impact on the meta dropped significantly. Blues were finally playable, and you know, now we're seeing a whole ass blue meta. Thanks to Akainu, so thank you Akainu for relieving us of Roger. But yeah, we're seeing a whole blue meta where blue units are dominating. We have Kaido, we have Dofi, we have Roger. Oh my god, Roger has gotten into my mind. We have Kaido, we have Dofi, we have EX Luffy, we have Jozu, we have Nami, we have OT, we have Frankie. Like, so many top tier blue units right now, and I think they're gonna replicate what they did last year, in that they're going to be dropping a lot of blue units this year instead of a lot of red units like they did last year. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of blue units, and step ups are getting really good too. Like, we have Vista, we got Golden Week, we got Izo. Like, these units are really nice. So of course we still have we got Fronosuke too, but of course we still have the occasional mediocre step ups like Usohachi. But yeah, like we're doing really well as blue mains. So yeah, pretty nice. Shout out to blue players, blue mains. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. Oh, did I forget Yamato? But Yamato wasn't really a crazy Roger counter or anything, but yeah, she's there and she can beat Roger too. But yeah, even with all these units, man, Roger is still a top 2, top 3 attacker in the game easily. Like, I think it's pretty much fair to say that he's easily a top 2 to 3 attacker still. So yeah, I wouldn't say Bandai hates Roger. I would say they really don't know what they want to do with this man. Like, they're dropping blue units now, which makes Roger more effective in the meta, but also makes Akainu more effective in the meta because Roger is I don't know. EX is just such a trouble to make balanced in the meta. But yeah, they definitely tried their best with Roger, and I'll give them their props, even though, you know, he oppressed my favorite color for a whole year, almost a whole year. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I just wanted to talk about that because just like the Akainu one, it was really funny how they really tried their best to just curb the impact of Roger in the meta, only to make him more relevant the second we hopped into 2022 with all these blue units. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.
Pick it up, bro. Baby girl, watch how you move. I got the less on my shoes. I pop up, put it, I lose.